Hey, this is Forrest again from frugalzeitgeist.com. I'm just going to show you a basic tomato sauce recipe that I use for a lot of things, for making pasta sauces, curries, and all sorts of things. And sometimes I just use it as it is. It's perfect for storing in the freezer or the fridge, and it's really easy. So first I'll show you the ingredients. Today I'm using 10 fresh tomatoes, just chopped roughly. A medium onion, chopped roughly, and 4 cloves of garlic. And a handful of fresh basil, just chopped quite small. We're going to need salt, a little bit of balsamic vinegar, but that's optional, and a little bit of olive oil. That's pretty much it. So for equipment, you're going to need a large pot or pan. I'm using a wok. Optionally, you can have a hand blender to smooth it out, or even a normal blender, but sometimes I don't even bother doing that at all. I just have it chunky. And obviously you need a stovetop. So okay, that's it for now, and we'll get on to the cooking part of it. To cook this sauce, just put the stovetop onto a medium heat, and I put a little bit of oil into my pan, maybe like a tablespoon or so. Let the oil heat a little bit. Then I put in my onions and garlic. I'm using a wooden utensil here just so I don't scratch the pan. Now lightly fry the onions and the garlic until the onion starts to go slightly brown. It takes a few minutes. Okay, so now the onions are slightly browned and they're starting to go see-through. It's time to add in the tomatoes. I've already chopped these roughly earlier, and I just literally dump them in. This recipe originally started when I was working in a restaurant, and I needed to use up the tomato ends, the tops and the bottoms that were chopped off the tomatoes that we use for sandwiches, and I decided to see if they would cook into a tomato sauce, and they did. But now obviously at home I use the whole tomato. So this is an easy stage really. You just need to mix the tomatoes and the onions up a little bit. At this stage I add in a dash of balsamic. About, I guess, just under a tablespoon of salt. Well, more like a teaspoon actually. Now mix it up and leave it on medium heat for initially about half an hour to 1 hour. Just coming back and stirring it every few minutes to make sure nothing burns. So we'll come back when that's done. Okay, so it's been just about half an hour, and as you can see the sauce is softened out a lot. I've been stirring it, and I even had to turn the heat down a bit lower. At this stage it's pretty much nearly done. You could eat it like this and it would be fine. Obviously if you wanted to cook it longer on a lower heat, that's fine too, and some people think the flavour comes out a lot more. But there's just a few small things that I like to do to it before it's finished. First is my basil. I have a handful of basil, which is quite a lot. This is pretty strong when it's fresh. You can use dried if you want to taste, or less fresh basil. Just need to stir that in a bit. I can smell it coming through, it's really nice. And then I just need to take the hand blender. Forgot to plug it in. 1 second. And literally blend it to a smooth sauce. So now the hand blender's been used to thin out the sauce, and as you can see, we've got a much more tomato sauce looking thing here. This can just be cooked for a little bit longer and then cooled down and packed away and stored however you like. That's really how basic it is, and this sauce can be used for a number of things. So that's it. Thank you.